The fifth thing that we know, and this is probably something we already knew, but I just wanted to take a time to kind of acknowledge it. But there are four current GOATs in the NFL. So some of them are obvious. Tom Brady. Look, if you're arguing that Brady isn't the best quarterback ever anymore, you just need to get off that hill and, I don't know, go judge boxing or something. Because clearly you have a vendetta, you can't get biases away, you don't just trust your eyes. So Brady, best quarterback ever, GOAT. You could argue best football player ever. You could argue best American athlete ever. I won't go as far as do all that. So that one, done. Belichick, best coach ever. This one, I can understand there's some arguments. Some people might, Shula, whatever. But, I mean, look, Belichick's the best. He's won with the Pats. He was a big player on the Giants teams that won, as the defensive coordinator. Belichick's just the GOAT. Like I said, you can make some arguments there. Tight end, I say Gronk. I do. I say Gronk because his ability to impact the passing game. He's a monster. Always makes big plays. Very clutch. Touchdown scorer. Right. Impossible to bring down. And the unsung accomplishment of his is how good he is in run blocking. So that's what separates him. He's still playing. 4 touchdowns right now in the season. Maybe not the Gronk of old, but I think he's the GOAT. And then the last one, Justin Tucker, best kicker of all time. And I've been saying this before, the whole, statistically that is accurate. I've been saying this just rooting against the Ravens for so many years. As a Niners fan, rooting against him in the Super Bowl. As a Brady guy, rooting against him in all those playoff showdowns. He never misses, dude. Dude never misses. I say that. He actually had a 49-yarder that he missed in this game. But 90.56% most accurate kicker of all time. And he gets the 66-yard field goal to beat the Lions, which if you're the Ravens, you wouldn't have guessed, we needed a 66-yarder to beat the Lions. But best kicker ever, most accurate kicker ever, now has the longest field goal kick, the longest made field goal kick in NFL history. Matt Prater had a 64-yarder from a few years back with Denver, kicking in altitude. 6 people have kicked 63-yarders, starting with Tom Dempsey, who can forget the one-legged man, which kind of have an issue with dude kicking it with a sledgehammer on his leg. But, I digress. You had Jason Elam, you had Dave Akers, Sebastian Janikowski, Margano. You had a couple people nail 63-yarders. 66 yards, dude. You're kicking from the 49. You're in opponent territory by 3 feet. I mean, 3 feet fewer than that, you're no longer in opponent territory. I mean, he could see the entirety of the Lions logo when he's kicking a field goal. Doinks off the upright, rolls back in, finger roll. That's awesome. And I think that's a really cool thing that he now can kind of, put that notch in his belt, so to say. Most accurate kicker ever, now has the longest kick ever. And more than any of that, I like that Harbaugh actually gave him a chance to do that. Percentage-wise, you say, hey, maybe we're best off just having Lamar chuck up a Hail Mary, get lucky that we get like a PI, which they never call on that play, or maybe somebody comes down with it. Weirder shit has happened, right? But for Harbaugh to recognize the moment, and I mean, dude, Tucker sprinted out there. He had no doubt that he was making that, and he at least said, "Thank God I'm getting this opportunity." Best kicker ever to have this kind of a moment. That's awesome. 4 living GOATs playing in this game today. Belichick, Brady, Gronk, and Justin Tucker. Which, by the way, the Raiders, are they going to do this every week? Every game close? OT thriller against the Raiders, week 1. Eke out a lucky win against the Chiefs. Eke out a win over the Lions of the 66-yarder. That's kind of a footnote, the close game thing. I might have to expand on that in some future episodes. Because some teams win those close games, and it builds this, toughness. Hey, we win these close ones. We eke it out. Other times, playoffs come, you're like, well, I guess we should have seen it coming. So I kind of have that as a footnote for the Ravens. But anyway, Justin Tucker, that was fucking cool.